Okay, this is the lawn sprinkler video, the swimming pool video, and here we have the main control. It's in timeout because I tripped the GFCI. It's in timeout because I tripped the GFCI. And so we had to go back, from my observations before I did that. I tripped the GFCI because this extension cord is not supposed to, this is the GFCI for the swimming pool lights, and it's not supposed to share an extension cord with anything, especially an extension cord to the power gate. This is the main pump for the swimming pool. The valves are nice and labeled, just the way I like them. This is the inline chlorinator. I was not getting sufficient pressure at this filter earlier, by the way. Coming on along, the heater has been decommissioned. This is the Polaris pump motor. This is the blower for the swimming pool. I have a data plate for that. Okay. So I've collected most of these data plates. I have not collected that data plate or that data plate yet. Moving on along. This gate to the swimming pool area, or that gate for that matter, this gate should be self-closing and self-latching. I saw the water feature working. I measured the height. Of course, we do not have a heater going, so this isn't really a spa at this moment, but I triangulated the water depth from the coping tiles. It's about 5 inches, 5 inches, 5 inches, 5 inches, 5 inches. We're getting 5 inches just about everywhere. Now, what I'm not noticing for this swimming pool, it looks like there might have been another swimming pool here at one time, but what I'm not noticing for this swimming pool is, even though our main drains are separated, I can give you a better picture of that. Okay, I'm not getting a vacuum breaker for the drain line for the swimming pool. I'm not seeing that. This is the skimmer bucket, and it's full of leaves, and these skimmers have weir traps on them. They come with weir traps. Weir traps are good to have. Okay, but if you've got children, they can be entrapment issues. These doors should be self-closing with a unique alarm. And any windows, let's see how these patio windows look. It may just be the doors. These doors should be self-closing with unique alarms. So it's just the doors. This is the other skimmer. This concrete's kind of beat up here. I really like these skimmer caps, by the way. Pool surface is about 5 years old. Kind of got a hint. See the drains. Now the whip end on this skimmer. Okay, it's supposed to be a little foam tip on the end of that whip. And they cost like $2. And you're supposed to have those to keep the whip from whipping around and wearing off on the surface. About 5 inches, 5 inches. The luminaries inside the swimming pool, they're not only GFCI protected, but they're LED. They're LED luminaries. And then over here, when the pool was operating earlier, I was seeing air bubbles come out of here. And air bubbles are an indication that you got a leak in the plumbing on the suction side. That's where the air comes from, on the suction side, not on the pressure side. So somewhere we're getting an air leak. A lot of times it's at the fittings, but I didn't notice it. And it doesn't have to be, but it is on the suction side. We've got a leak on the suction side. Air is getting sucked into the pump system and then redistributed, and then it comes out the point of least resistance, but it comes out over in this corner of the pool. So what those little bubbles are, that's an air leak. This is a surface drain for the swimming pool. So what did we learn? We learned that our weirs are dirty. And by the way, when you have a weir trap in there, it's a little flap door. You have a weir trap like that. Kids, you know, can get their arms stuck inside that weir trap. It's kind of like finger handcuffs, those little wicker finger handcuffs, and you get stuck in there, and you know, then their shoulder is higher than their head. After a while, they get, you know, fatigue takes over, and you know, so they're kind of dangerous. But there's nothing illegal about them, and the skimmer, you know, devices, they come with those actual weir traps. You can take the weir traps out, no foul. Leave them in, no foul. So we learned that our skimmers are full. We learned that we do not have, cannot ascertain that there is a vacuum breaker for our drain system. We learned that we've got the symptoms of a leak on the water supply side. We've learned that the gate is improperly bootlegged off of the light GFCI system. We learned that I wasn't getting enough pressure at the filter, and we knew this. I knew this before I showed up, that the heater has been decommissioned. So